video is all about preventing muscle loss, not only because we lose them as we get older than 30 years old.
Do this.
But also to add insult to injury. The more you do distance running, the more likely you are to lose muscle mass.
What?
I'm going to explain to you why and give you a proven method to start rebuilding muscle and maybe reverse some of the aging process so that you can keep running strong, injury-free, well beyond your 40s. Salut, c'est Stéphane from Safe Motions. There's quite a lot of research on muscle development, so what I'm going to show you in this video is nothing new, extraordinary, but it's going to be focused, no equipment needed, and specific to endurance sports. Because the problem with distance running is that your body adapts to the distance that you're running. It will be looking for things like running efficiency, trying to save energy, and use the least possible amount of muscles to run the longest distance and for the longest time possible. So your muscles will stop growing as you become more efficient. On top of that, if you increase that time on your feet, there will come a time where the preferred nutrients for your body will be protein. So in long distance running, you're quite likely to use your muscles as a source of nutrients. You're going to start eating up your muscles from the inside. If you need proof, compare the physique of elite long distance runners with the physique of elite sprinters. So I'm going to show you some exercises, for sure, but what you will mostly get from this video is the method that you can apply to all and any exercise. Because in order to maintain or even increase your muscle mass, it's how you do them that matters. And I'm not talking about form or technique. I'm talking about a progressive muscle overload in bouts of high intensity contractions. I'll explain. Don't worry. It'll make sense in about 3 or 4 minutes. I hope. So let's get going. Science shows that as long as your large muscle groups and your pelvic stabilizers maintain their thickness, they will maintain their power potential. So in order to counteract the effects of long distance running and aging, all we need to do is at least maintain muscle size. How do we do that?
Yeah. How do you do that?
Muscles adapt to the mechanical stress that we provide to them. So all we need to do is constantly challenge our muscles so that they keep on adapting. What this means is we need to regularly increase the amount of resistance that we give to our muscles so that they can get in that continuous growth.
Oh.
Which means, for example, that if you're weightlifting, you should increase the amount of weight that you lift every single workout. But we can't do that forever, or we'll quickly reach our maximum. At least I would. So here's the remedy and the strategy to get you started. There's 2 variables that we can play with. That's the number of repetitions that you do and the resistance that you give to your muscles. The stronger the resistance, the less repetitions. The weaker the resistance, the more repetitions. We'll do the calves to illustrate just because it's easy to demonstrate and it's a very important running power muscle. Set yourself 6 weeks training plan divided in 3 times 2 weeks. We'll call each block of 2 weeks like a phase 1, 2, and 3. And the muscle strength program should be done 3 times a week, at least. Aim to target all the main muscle groups in one single session. And then you can repeat that session for the whole 6 weeks period. So in phase 1, first week, first workout, you'll do heel raises, 3 sets of 15. On the second session, as I said, we need to increase the difficulty. So you'll do 3 sets of 15 with a backpack on your back filled up with, let's say, 1 energy drink or anything that's got a little bit of weight. Third session, 3 sets of 15, add more weights. At this stage, the workout should still feel quite easy. Increase like that until the last session of phase 1. Phase 2, you'll still increase the weights, but you'll reduce the number of repetitions. 3 or 4 sets of 10. This should still be easy. Increase until the end of phase 2, and then phase 3, you'll do 3 to 5 sets of 5 repetitions. This time, you should aim to lift heavier to the point that your very last session at the end of week 6 gets really difficult. You should really be at your maximum. After that, take 1 week off, no muscle training, and then restart. Maybe adjusting the weights or changing the exercises for another cycle of 6 weeks. This is one of the best known ways to develop muscles. It's called progressive overload. The muscles are really good at comparing how difficult the session is compared to the previous one. So this method takes advantage of that. In the next video, I will suggest a loading of the glutes progression, a loading of the legs progression, and a loading of the foot progression. The foot is so important in increasing running power and reducing running injuries. It's not even funny. So I'll see you there. À bientôt.